We have the best controller and debuffer in the game. We have the best tank in the game. We have the best healer in the game. We're talking about an R unit, and he's from the Rogue crew, and his name is Vice. In all seriously, not the best in those classes, but the best overall. Easy to build, easy to skill up, most underrated and overlooked hero in this game. Mainly because he's an R unit. He clears Terrormaton Hell 4 no problem. He clears Doki Hell 4 no problem. He clears Aurora. Oh wait, I don't even really mess with Aurora yet, so mind me. But I will put him there. Rengu Katsu Hell no problem. In Echoes, Jason Bourne no problem. Rahu no problem. This R unit is literally a god for being R units. First, let's talk about why he is the best controller. His third skill, Golden Might, is an AoE turn meter down by 30%. He throws this out every 3 turns. On his basic, he has a taunt, which makes the enemy only use a basic attack. It's almost like a built-in silence. He's also one of the greatest debuffers because attack down is extremely underrated, especially when you add in people like Kloss or anyone that has a defense buff. Also, taunt is a debuff. I talk about debuffs right here because it's extremely important for him. Whenever he applies a debuff, he heals himself 25% of max HP. If he's at full health, he heals allies for 25% of his HP. Why is he the best healer? The more enemies you have, when you do an AoE, the more heals he's giving out. So if there's 5 enemies on the field and he's at max HP, he's healing his allies 5 times. For everything that he brings to the table, this makes him so valuable. How do you build him? Stat priority for Vice is speed, accuracy, HP, and then go for defense or crit rate depending on how you want to build him. Why crit rate? Funny you should ask that. His AoE damage does additional damage based off of 15% of his HP. His basic attack ability does 8% HP additional damage. Make him crit, big damage as a tank. If you go the crit rate route, then obviously you want some crit damage, so it makes him extremely harder to build. But if you just go the defense route, then he's tanky. That's what makes him the best tank. Skill priorities, just max them all. It's super easy, but if you want to prioritize which one first, go for the third, then the second, then the first. Where to use him? Everywhere. He's a light unit, so it makes it easy. Use him in Hell, Rengo Katsu. Get that Codex of Magic. But look at this, look at these heals. Easy peasy. Use them in any of these Grim Pursuits. Use them in Terrormaton Hell 4. You got an attack debuff. The boss isn't moving, the ads aren't moving. Easy peasy. Hell 4 Doki, no problem. Look at this, boop. I'm also going to talk about an overlooked and underrated shell today too, because it's super useful on Vice. I mean, really, I got number 41 and Vice here for healing, and my team is unbeatable. Just showing this right here. Take some hits, no problem. I got this. Big ol' hero. Investigation, GP Outpost. All the Echo stages. Events like Cubic Game. Use your purple and golden lattice on heroes that don't fill his role. That's how you optimize your account. PvP, no problem. How about against this team? With your stinky Lilies and Kloss and Marvel. You guys don't know about Vice. Let me boost this turn meter up. Kloss, do your thing, girl. Vice, attack down, turn meter down, bam. Ray comes in, bam. AoE, explosion, kabooey. Easy peasy. Talk about modules. Like I said, you want speed, you want accuracy, you want HP, and then depending on how you want to build them, it's either defense or it's crit rate, crit damage. Go to damage route, it's harder to build them. Early game, go Swift Rush, it's all you need. Go effect accuracy as a main stat. Mid game, you're farming Hell 3. You're able to get a 12 set and an 8 set. You want to go Swift Rush. And for the 8 set, you go a couple different ways. You can go Cure for HP and healing effect. Or you go Bramble for that 25% chance to counterattack, to heal himself up plus taunt. Or you go Bulwark or Strive, mainly for PvP. Now, end game modules. There's a 12 set, 8 set, 6 set. You still obviously want him fast end game, so you go Swift Rush. For the 8 set, Cure. And for that 6 set, couple different things. Trying to maximize your speed, you go Swift Smite. Or maybe you want to make him tanky, make sure he hits his debuffs. You go Ether Plague. Let's talk about shells. One of the best shells for him is Fortissimo. Doesn't work on the first turn, but by his next go around, when he does the AoE, if your team is already really healed up, he's going to store a ton of healing. You saw how much healing it stored. Lighthouse is really good on him. Is this the best? I don't think so, but this works really well with his kit. He will heal himself for 25% max HP, and hell, he's built for HP. So it's going to be a lot of healing, and it increases his turn meter up, which maybe can cut enemies, lowering their turn meter, giving them attack down, healing your whole team, healing himself. You can say the same thing for Gigabyte, but honestly the best shell for him is Codex of Magic. It increases his speed by 10%, and he will do 2 AoEs back to back, applying debuffs, healing your team, applying turn meter down, but I really like Fortissimo. You've already seen early game, mid game team comps, so let me give you the ultimate team comp for Vice. The ultimate turn meter comp. Mio with her skill 3, team speed buff plus turn meter down for the enemy and increase for your team. On her second turn is her AoE freeze. This is important to know. Second is Kloss. AoE defense down, AoE speed down. She's the game changer with hacking progress. Increased damage taken, decreased damage dealt to the enemies. And then again on her second turn, she steals turn meter from the enemy and giving it to your allies. Third is Freya. AoE attack buff to your team. Nightmare on all the enemies. Again, them taking more damage. And on the second turn, defense buff with Dreamweave to purify debuffs. And her passive, anytime allies get buffs, increases that ally's turn meter. Speed buff, attack buff, defense buff, Dreamweave. And anytime there's a debuff to the enemy, their turn meter decreases. Freeze, defense down, speed down, hacking progress. Also the attack debuff from Vice and Taunt. And then lastly, any damage dealer. Heinrich probably being the best. AoE strips, AoE block, AoE last words, which increases damage again. Another debuff on second skill, heal block. Literally debuffs on every skill, decreasing their turn meter. But you can throw pretty much any damage dealer in here. The reason why the mechanics are good on certain skills like skill 3 and then others on skill 2 is about cycling the rotation of these mechanics. You don't want all your turn meter skills all on the same turn. If all the turn meter reduction was on the first turn, it's kind of a waste because they're already at like 0 turn meter. That's it for today's video. The most underrated and overlooked hero. If you ended up liking this video, hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell, dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.